Hi, I wanted to add some content regarding fats and lipids, and I thought it was important for us to discuss a little bit more of the fat physiology. So I am just going to show you a couple slides here. So basically, all fats are made up of fatty acids, and the fatty acid structure includes this chain of carbon atoms linked together. And in this slide, you can see, you've seen this slide before because Dr. Gardner had this one. What I want to show you here is that in a saturated fatty acid, you've got your chain of carbons, and all of them have a full complement of hydrogen atoms. And what that does is allows that molecule to be completely hydrogenated. So it's saturated with hydrogen atoms. That's why they call it saturated. Note here that this end of the molecule is known as the methyl end, and this one is the acid group, COOH. Okay, now let's look at monounsaturated. So unsaturated means that they do not have a full complement of hydrogen atoms. And instead, where they are missing, you end up with a double bond. So monounsaturated simply means there's only one double bond. Polyunsaturated means there's more than one. So in most of our fatty acids, in terms of our nutrition, polyunsaturated fats are either 2 or 3 double bonds. Okay, I wanted to discuss a little bit more about polyunsaturated fatty acids. Most of you have heard of omega-6s and omega-3 fatty acids. What that is that you've got your carbon chain and you've got your double bonds. This is an example of linoleic acid, which is a polyunsaturated fatty acid that is essential. When we talk about essential fatty acids, what we mean is that they must come from our diet. Okay, so in omega-6, the way they designate omega-6 is they go from the methyl end and they count back 6 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's your double bond. So this is known as an omega-6 fatty acid. This is an omega-3 fatty acid. The same thing. You go to the methyl end and count 1, 2, 3 carbons, and there's your double bond. So that's an omega-3 fatty acid. In this situation, this is the alpha-linolenic acid, which is also considered an essential fatty acid, and it has 3 double bonds. All right, so what we want to make sure when we're talking about essential fatty acids is that we have a balance of omega-6 fatty acids to omega-3 fatty acids. Our desired ratio is 1 to 1, but what we find is that most people who eat what they call a standard American diet, SAD for short, have far less of the omega-3s, of the ALA, and far more of the omega-6s, because corn, for instance, is high in omega-6s, so a lot of us eat a lot of things that have corn in them. All right, so that's all I wanted to talk about in this particular video. Thank you very much, and I will be back to talk about the stability of fatty acids in another video.